Today at the shop, I gotta figure out what's going on with the Mark III. The hesitation on acceleration is getting worse. Sorry about that light change. I had to give you guys a status update on what's going on with Jade, give you a similar status update on what's going on with Michael's car, and I might get started on the wiring harness for Jade because I don't have anything else to do today, and what better time than now. First thing I want to check out is the ABS. A couple buddies of mine had issues with their ABS pumps just randomly activating, and that's kind of what it feels like. The brakes are just jabbing on for a split second. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull the plug for the ABS pump. I'm not sure if it's a relay fuse, if it's got an actual plug yet. I gotta figure that out still, but we're gonna start with that. We'll take it for a spin, see what that does for our overall issue. If that doesn't fix it, I'm going to go ahead and try replacing the fuel pump. I've got a spare Walbro 255 for the SR, but I'm going to throw it into this just to see. If that does turn out to be the issue, I'll probably just order a new Walbro for the 240. It's just a spare, it's a backup, but I still like to have it. If that still doesn't work, I'm going to try to take the cat off. A couple friends of mine have recommended that the cat may be causing it. It doesn't really make a whole lot of sense to me, but I'm at a loss right now, so I'm going to try just about anything. I've wanted to delete that anyways, so this just gives me the opportunity to, or the excuse to. I don't have a test pipe of sorts, so if I do end up getting to that point, we'll probably just hack off the flange and put a piece of pipe in with some clamps for now, at least until we get the welder set up, which we need electrical for. So that's the game plan. I'm going to do some research, figure out how to disable the ABS. We'll take it for a quick spin, see how she does. If we're still having an issue, then we'll move forward. Alright, so it looks like it's pretty much as easy as pulling one fuse. Unfortunately, that fuse looks like it's kind of a bitch to get to. That is one thing, however, that I do appreciate about the Mark III is that the fuse panel actually drops down from under the dash. So props to you, Volkswagen, on that. It's probably the only thing that I appreciate from you besides the sound of a VR. I'm gonna go ahead and pull that fuse and we'll take it for a quick spin, see if that fixed anything. This doesn't look like the picture. Alright, well, I've ran into a little issue. This fuse panel doesn't look anything like the fuse panel that was on the forum, so I guess it's time to do a little bit more research. Completely different. Let's just look up the fucking fuse panel. Alright, I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see this. So that is the diagram that pretty much every single forum or owner's manual gives. And this is my fuse. So it stops its diagram here, pretty much here down. It doesn't show any of this stuff, which is absolutely fantastic because those are the fuses I need to know about. And the picture of the one that the guy gave me on the forum, Johnny Phenomenon, doesn't match my picture. Alright, so I ended up calling in a couple favors from some friends. Ryan and Brandon both kind of helped me figure it out. It basically came down to guess and check because we still don't know what fuse block this is from. It's definitely not the one that matches up with the other Mark III fuse blocks, so I just started pulling fuses, and I have a linking issue with the ABS pump now, so I assume that kind of is, that's what I wanted, basically, so hopefully that fixes it. Before I did that, though, I did pull my ABS codes. I had 10 ABS codes. The front right, rear right, and rear left ABS sensors have codes. The ABS pump has a code. There are a lot of repeats, so I'm not sure what that's about. But I'm gonna, now that I've got those fuses pulled, hopefully the ABS will not be working. We're gonna take it for a quick spin, see if that fixed it. So in theory, the ABS sensors send a false code to the pump that think that the brakes are being applied, and thus it activates the ABS pump because it thinks that the wheels are slipping. And that's where I'm getting my jolting from. I'm hoping. We'll see. We'll see when we get out there. Promising so far. Kimosabi. Kiwosabi. Konnichiwa! Genki desu ka? Get that Michael shift on. I think this will be our moment of truth right here. That felt really good. I'm not gonna lie.
What's up?
Hey, are you about to leave?
Yeah.
Alright, I'll wait for you.
Okay. Why? Where are we going?
Nowhere. I was trying to test drive the Mark III
Okay.
to see if I fixed it, and I ended up at your house, so
Oh, where are you at?
I'm at your house. Oh,
We've been rolling back the whole time.
because I didn't even
I would
feel it.
have said something if you were near something.
All right, so we picked up Michael. We're gonna continue our drive.
There it goes.
Damn it!
So we went and got a new one.
That's like 35 to 4. Well, we're back at the shop, and it's not fixed. So we're gonna cut the cat off.
Yep.
Our fix didn't work. The ABS is not the issue. I'm gonna leave those fuses out though, because it did feel a lot better. What we're gonna start on now is getting the cat taken off, and I'm not exactly sure what all that's gonna entail. We may have to actually pull the whole exhaust. Hopefully not. Hopefully it's a little easier than that, but I don't know. This is the next step in my thought process, so. I definitely need to start with some PB Blaster.
Yep.
I foresee this going poorly. These bolts are on there pretty bad. They're rusted really bad. Pretty sure they're all just gonna break. This is gonna be real fun. Hot, 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 hot. Oh. We managed to get the cat off, and we actually tied up the remaining exhaust with a zip tie. It doesn't have any heat going through it, so that's good. But we got to go for a quick it drones so bad with the doors open. My ears are bleeding. It's so loud and we are not going fast at all. It does sound cool at first.
I think that sounds like a VR.
Dude, that is stupid loud. 3,000 RPM. So I'm not exactly sure how the audio is going to turn out from our in the car experience, but it was fucking loud, like excruciating, so ears are killing us. So we're actually gonna just make a test pipe. So in order for us to weld, we have to go to Michael's house because we still don't have power here. And we were gonna take the whole cat and everything, but we figured it would probably be better to cut everything here, because we know we have our tools here. And we don't really have like a vise or anything at Michael's house. Not that we have one here, but we're actually gonna use the hydraulic press kind of as a vise to hold this so that we can make a clean cut. So we're gonna take it back to Michael's house. We're gonna grab the Audi, head to O'Reilly's, get all the shit together that we think we might need to get this all done so we don't have to come back to the shop tonight, and we're gonna head out. All right, so we're back at Michael's house. Michael's getting the welder all prepped up. We realized that we are actually out of gas, so we're gonna weld flux core on this. Not the most ideal, but it'll work, and nobody gives a shit what a home-brewed test pipe looks like. So the plan is we're gonna weld a 18-inch or so pipe to the flange, and then there's a reducer that goes from that to the clamp, and then the clamp clamps the two, like the exhaust, like the cat back, and the cat together. So we're pretty much eliminating the cat. Silly us, we probably could have just simply hollowed out the cat at the shop and been perfectly fine. And Brandon also hit me up and said that he actually is pretty sure he has a test pipe already, but we already bought the shit. We're already here, so I don't want to drive this to Brandon's house without an exhaust. I don't know if we're going to be able to get you guys the updates, because I kind of want to have those with the cars. So we may give you that status update tomorrow. We're going to finish getting the welder set up, kind of map everything out, and get this test pipe done, and then we'll give you guys some sound clips. Michael and all his cars have a let's get loose party with all their bolts, and things just fall apart. Like, that could have been bad. I didn't even think about it hitting the car. All right, so everything is bolted up. We are ready to roll. I'm gonna go ahead and fire this up, and we'll get a kind of a sound clip. I don't know what to expect really, but I don't think that this is gonna fix our problem, because I just don't. Sounds the same to me.
Jack it up and check where that leak's coming from.
We're gonna jack the car up and figure out where the exhaust leak is coming from, because I don't hear anything out of the back. So
we actually found out, and you guys aren't going to be able to see it, but the seam on this resonator is actually split. I'm not really sure what's holding it all together, but there's a fat leak right around this thing. So if you guys can see, somebody's already fixed this side terribly, and we're gonna fix this side terribly.
Before.
Those bunk welds that were on it when I got it.
The bunk welds that are now.
So we just got that up, got the car lowered down. It's easier to hear if there's an exhaust leak when it's echoing off the ground. So we're gonna start it up now and see how it sounds. We can actually hear it from the back side of the car, not underneath it.
Look at all this. It's not coming into the car anymore. I feel good. I think we're gonna have to take that resonator out though. It's not quite loud enough. But it's Kaylin's car technically, so I can't get too crazy. We pretty much got this not fixed yet. We're gonna clean up shop and take it for a drive and see if we were able to fix the problem. Again, I don't have high hopes in it because I can't imagine that the cat and that exhaust leak were really affecting the drivability of this. I've seen crazier things though, so who knows. Well, unfortunately, our fix didn't correct the hesitation. So I'm gonna go ahead and test the coil pack. There's a neat little trick where you mist water over the top of it and you get like a lightning show if the coil pack is bad. So I'm gonna go ahead and try that. If that doesn't test bad, then I'm gonna have to assume that it's something else. I do need to replace the spark plug wires. So they're under warranty. I'll take care of that tomorrow. And if all of that turns out to be good, then I'm gonna assume it's MAF, throttle body, or compression, maybe something with the head, maybe timing. But I'm really actually dedicated to getting this thing fixed. It's like a challenge to me now, because I've set out to fix it, so now I want to fix it. And it's really shitty because I'm not getting any codes that kind of push me in the right direction. I guess the coolant temp sensor is definitely still a possibility, so maybe I'll just bite the bullet and replace it regardless. I really don't think that could be the issue, but that's gonna bite me in the ass because it's gonna end up being it just because I said it wouldn't be. I'm gonna go test the coil pack real quick and let you guys know what I find out. And if it is bad, I'll try to show you guys the lightning show. Nobody had an empty spray bottle, so sorry, Signature Home Glass Cleaner. I need your contents gone. Coil pack is good. The coil pack is good, at least as far as I've tested it. It's not like a definitive test, but it gives me pretty good insight. I guess tomorrow we'll go ahead and replace the spark plug wires because I think those are definitely on the bad side. We still do have the coolant temp sensor, and I guess I'll replace it just because I don't know where else to go. I don't think that's the problem, but we'll see. We're gonna check for fuel pressure, and we're gonna clean the MAF, clean the throttle body, maybe replace the throttle body eventually, see if we can get any tests done on it. Kind of beat for the night, kind of discouraged because I wasn't able to fix the car, but I'm not giving up. We'll be back at it tomorrow, and we'll work on getting what we set out to do today done tomorrow. We're gonna go home and let Michael get some more edit time. So let him know what you guys think because he edited this video.
See you tomorrow.